Back in the previous chapter, we explored a tool called the Rectangular Grid Tool. You'll find it here underneath the Line Segment tool. It's called the Rectangular Grid Tool. And it also has a way for you to actually create numerical grids. For example, I can just click once and release the mouse, and I get a dialog box that allows me to specify exactly the width and height of what I want the overall grid to be, how many horizontal and vertical dividers I want, if I want a skew to be there, where the grid should actually be filled with a color, so on and so forth. So these are all settings that I can do, which is great. But there are times when I create some kind of a shape, I just on the fly as I'm working, and I don't really want to create a grid per se, but I want to split it up into individual parts. Well, there's a way that you can do that inside of Illustrator very easily. I'm just going to take my regular rectangle tool, click and drag, and just draw any shape at all. And then go to the Object menu here, and then choose Path, and then choose this option here called Split into Grid. Now when I do that, I get a dialog box here. And what's really cool about this is that there's also a setting here called Add Guides. This is great if you're actually working with some kind of a layout. You wanted to quickly determine how something should be laid out. You choose Add Guides. You choose the number of rows that you want and the number of columns. Let's say we choose 3 columns by 2 rows. And you see how it automatically splits that object up for you. It's a great way to just go ahead and start creating a grid. And what's great about it is that you can also specify values for the height, or if you want the gutter to be somewhat uneven, you could easily do that as well by putting these particular values in there. It's really a nice way that you can start working with just taking any object and just literally one step, turn it into a grid. Again, you could either use the guides or not. That's completely up to you. Click OK, and that's a quick way to turn just about any object at all into a grid, and you're ready to go.